that could open up if he gets hit in it again. But they lanced it so that it'll drip down the side of his head and not into his eyes.
Considered for a long time the greatest jiu-jitsu artist amongst the long-time mixed martial arts heavyweights. Nogueira right there as well, and many others. But as we showed you graphically, no one as a heavyweight has scored more submission victories inside the octagon than Frank Mir.
And one of the most important things about his submissions, Mike, is he's one of the very best at fighting off of his back. And to find a big man that's capable of fighting off of his back like that in training is very, very difficult, because there's not that many that do. Big guys are used to being on top. They're used to enforcing a dominant position because they're so big and so heavy in training. And so they don't like to be on their back. But Frank, being a very intelligent strategist, realized that the best way for him to fight bigger guys and stronger guys is to fight off of his back. And if someone puts him on his back, he wants to be well prepared. And he is. He has one of the very best guards in the world.
He is about to face a bigger and a stronger man here tonight in the main event. The champion, Brock Lesnar. South Dakota. He will turn 32 years old tomorrow. The UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Brock Lesnar.
Such an interesting situation with this guy, Mike, considering the fact that he's only had 4 mixed martial arts fights ever, and that he's the UFC heavyweight champion, and that he is a former fake wrestling guy. He's a former, entertainment wrestling guy in the WWE. And so many people didn't give him credit for the athletic skills that he possesses because of that, but he is a former national NCAA American champion. The serious amateur wrestler who had no professional venue to go to before this.
His longtime trainer, Greg Nelson, Mark Morgan, now training with him full-time. He was an assistant coach at the University of Minnesota when Brock won the national championship. He's worked with Eric Olson. He's trained with Sean Shirk, of course, Sean much smaller, but a member of that great team in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis, St. Paul. Began training in mixed martial arts at just 28 years old, and he looked to retain his title at the expense of Frank Mir here tonight. But we've said before, he's much bigger than that now. Mir weighed in at 245. Lesnar will have a slight reach advantage. For the official introductions of our heavyweight title fight, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 UFC heavyweight warriors have now entered the world's ultimate proving ground for champions to face each other for the second time in the octagon. As this is the main event of the evening, presented by Bud Light, and sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, with Chairman Bill Brady, Executive Director Keith Kaiser. Commissioners in attendance are Skip Avancino Jr., John Bailey, TJ Day, and Pat Lundenball. Our 3 judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Nelson Hamilton, Tony Weeks, and Glenn Trowbridge. Our lead physician is Dr. Al Capana, and when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon is Herb Dean. This bout is sponsored by Bud Light. The difference is drinkability, and the only motorcycles worthy of being in the Octagon, Harley Davidson, and Tequila Castadores, the official spirit sponsor of the UFC. And now, the moment of truth UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Mandalay Bay Event Center in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 12 wins with 3 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 245 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, ladies and gentlemen, he is a former UFC heavyweight champion, presenting the challenger, Frank Mir! And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a wrestler. He holds a professional record of 3 wins with 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. Fighting out of Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Brock Lesnar!
All right, gentlemen, we've gone over your instructions backstage. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're going to have a clean fight. Touch gloves, let's make it official.
Brock Lesnar, Frank Mir, UFC heavyweight title fight.
You ready? Let's go.
First round brought to you by America Sports Daily, USAtoday.com.
Mike, first thing I'm noticing is Frank Mir's left leg is very, very taped up. His knee, all up his knee is taped up. Now, I don't know if that's because he's injured or because he wants friction. If he grabs a hold of something in a guard and he wants Brock Lesnar to not be able to slip out.
Brock with the inside leg kick early, Joe, pawing, trying to keep Frank Mir at distance.
Frank Mir looks very calm and collected here. And Brock immediately goes for the takedown. Frank dives down. He's got a hold of a leg.
And he slips to half guard. Joe, we've heard no reports of any trouble with the left knee or the left leg of Frank Mir.
You never know, though.
You never know.
You never know.
Well, and as you know, the way these guys train, rarely do we have a fighter truly at 100% when he finally enters the octagon. The one thing you notice here is Lesnar being very patient. He's got Frank Mir down, but he's not swinging away, trying to finish it right away like he did the first time.
Yeah.
Thus, he got caught.
He doesn't want to take any chances. And Frank very relaxed on the bottom.
Let's work. Come on, let's work, bro.
Now, this is Frank's game. The more Brock falls into this, the more Brock is not ground and pounding and just trying to grapple with him. He runs the risk.
Let's work.
You see that there? You see that hematoma?
Oh, yeah, and
right
short
side.
elbow. And there's a cut on the bridge of the nose of Mir as well.
But as I said, the more Brock grapples with Frank on the ground, the more he runs the risk of being submitted, especially right now when both of them are slippery.
Well, you notice, too, Brock's trying to stay chest on chest. He doesn't want to leave any gap.
Good punches by Brock there.
Between him and Frank Mir to allow Mir to spin the hips and work the submission.
Yeah, he's controlling Frank's head and punching him in the face, and these are hard punches.
Pushes the arm back. And again, delivers a shot.
And now Frank is protecting his face with his hand, but he's bleeding, Mike.
Brock is firing away. And again, he's got that pressure, Joe, of chest on chest.
Yeah, and Brock can generate incredible amount of power in that short distance. Frank very relaxed on the bottom, though. You see, he's not really trying to fight it off.
Let's work, bro. Let's work.
Brock's pace very deliberate.
Those punches are very hard.
Championship fight. 5-minute round.
Frank just looked over at his corner and said, I'm okay, I'm okay.
Brock just teeing away. That one got through.
Yeah, now he realizes he's got to move. These are hurting.
2 minutes remains in round 1. That is just a big, powerful dude.
Yeah, he is doing a lot of damage here, Mike. Frank Mir's nose is bleeding.
His cheek is all bruised up.
He just gave his corner the thumbs up, but that's all well and good. But you got those big lunch boxes slamming into your face. That's not a lot of fun. Oh, now he goes to the body and to the face.
90 seconds remains in the round.
All right, now Frank's in a better spot.
Frank looks around, looking for the clock, I would assume. All Brock here in round 1.
The way Brock is holding Frank's neck, he's almost got him in like a neck crank. He's holding the armpit and he's pushing the face forward. Frank can't move his head very well.
Brock was going body, face now too, Joe.
All right, this is much better for Frank. His head's free, but now, he's taking some damage.
What Brock is, there's Brock's. Now Brock's got to be careful here, Joe.
Yeah,
when he leaves distance,
exactly.
Frank's going to start to move and look to lock something in. And that may be the best thing he's done here in round 1 is chest on chest. Good hammer fist. Well, this one's lasted much longer than the first one already.
Underhook by Frank, and he's going to use that to either try to stand up or he's going to go under the right leg of Brock Lesnar. He's running out of time here.
Final seconds of round 1. Hammer fist again. The champion wins round 1.
Deep breath, relax. Slow your mind, Frank. Take in some oxygen. Take in some air, Frank. Slow and stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused. He's way the worst. He's way the worst. Brock is going to try to fire on you. Stop with pressure, hard pressure.
All right, doing good, buddy. Doing good.
Very good. Let's do it, Brock. Nice and loose here. Brock, let those hands. Let those hands go. Frank's got a smile on his face, Joe.
He's got a smile on his face, but that face is busted up.
Fight.
Round 2.
Go to the ground.
Wow, Brock's going to let him up. 106-5 as a collegiate wrestler.
Good left hook by Mir. They got a knee on Mir.
He caught him with the knee.
Oh, and jumped up a flying knee. A la Uriah Faber.
But now Brock's on top again. Joe, I'm astounded that Brock stood back up. Brock's best game plan is to do exactly this. not get into a strike fest with Frank Mir.
If he doesn't work here, Herb Dean's going to stand him up. Herb is warning him right now.
How appropriate here at UFC 100 that we have a jiu-jitsu specialist, Frank Mir, on his back, trying to protect himself against the bigger and larger man, which is what Royce Gracie and his family brought to us in 1993. Question is, can he protect himself long enough to finally turn this fight in his favor and change the momentum?
Frank is getting beat up here. He's taking some big shots and his face is splattering blood all over his shoulder. Did the power shots of Brock Lesnar. He's got so much power in those fists, Mike. Frank's in big trouble. That's it.
Trying to finish it.
That's it.
And it is all over.
He's out.
Brock Lesnar is the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion. That's not going to win him any fans. That was real. He cares.
I don't think he cares at all. That was some real emotion.
He said, talk all the shit you want now. Fight replay brought to you by Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
And here you see this just big, powerful fist come down on Frank Mir's face. Frank is pressed up against the cage, and as soon as he turned over, referee Herb Dean gave him plenty of chances, but he realized that Frank wasn't getting up.
Total domination.
The power of Brock Lesnar in these punches, and again, Frank just stuck there, pinned up against the cage, unable to move.
Brock Lesnar, who grew up on a struggling dairy farm. 15 months since the first fight, avenges his loss to Frank Mir. And tonight he will leave the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion, Bruce Buffer, with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 48 seconds of round number 2. Declared the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Brock Lesnar!
Champ Brock Lesnar. First of all, Brock, congratulations. You got your revenge. Give us your thoughts on the fight.
I love it. Keep going. Keep going. I love it, man.
You were very worked up even after the fight, even after you beat Frank Mir down. You still were upset and you got in his face. Tell us why you're still upset.
Frank Mir had a horseshoe up his ass. I told him that a year ago. I pulled that sumbitch out and I beat him over the head with it. Woo!
All right, now you don't like promoting fights very much. You don't like talking trash. You just like going there and getting the job done. You did it. You got it done tonight. You've only had 5 MMA fights ever, and you've already avenged your 1 loss. Give us your thoughts about your future and what you expect next as a challenge to your title.
I love it. I love it. I'm going to go home tonight. I'm going to drink a Coors Light. That's a Coors Light because Bud Light won't pay me nothing. I'm going to sit down with my friends and family. And hell, I might even get on top of my wife tonight. See y'all later.
Brock Lesnar, ladies and gentlemen.
Frank Mir.
All right, I'm here with Frank. Frank, obviously upset and disappointed. Give us your thoughts on the fight. It seemed like he hit you with some big shots when he had your head trapped early in the first round. How much of an effect did that have on you coming into the second?
He did a good job. He neutralized the stand-up. I got against the cage, made a dumb mistake, let a guy that big and strong catch my wrist, and I guess I got some more stuff to work on.
What was the game plan coming into this fight tonight? Did you try to catch him on the ground? Did you want to stand with him? What was the strategy?
Take him more on his feet, try not to fight from the ground, knowing that his size and wrestling ability would help him out, which I guess I was right about.
Yeah, well, you know what? Look, Frank, you got in tremendous shape for this fight. You know, you got in tremendous shape for the Nogueira fight. I hope you continue the same discipline that you've shown to get here, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Yeah, still pretty young. I'll come back.
Frank Mir, ladies and gentlemen, and don't go anywhere because we still got one more fight. John Fitch and Paulo Thiago's coming up next.
Classy in defeat, the former champion Frank Mir. Brock Lesnar with a big smile on his face, his beautiful bride Sable. And whatever he does tonight, nobody's going to be able to argue because he dominated and defended his title here tonight at historic UFC 100, presented by Bud Light.